Kol, Hulayim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakak, Kwadash. I want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders that prophesied in Ruel for the hopeful 144 and the 1/3 of Yasharallah, who this world refers to as Israel, starting at the house of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, who teach and learn in sincerity. Shalom to the Akwith, who learn in sincerity. It's your brother, Kanan. And this will be titled 2024 Mirroring Matthew's 24. Okay? So before I jump into these scriptures, I want to grab that definition, mirroring. Okay? The reflection or replication of something. Okay? And that's exactly how Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua brought in this year. Okay? Events taking place right off the back. Category storms, tsunamis, underwater earthquakes. Okay? And furthermore, let's get to these scriptures. And not aside, all the violence, all the deletions that took place, for worldwide, some using the sword, some using Yahweh Bashim Yahushua's natural disasters. Okay, those spirits of vengeance going out. All right, so this is the book of Matthew 24, starting at verse 4. And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, no, Salakia, I meant to start at verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the signs of the coming and of the end of the world? Now, the disciples was pressing Yahweh Shai for this information because they was in the mind state that we are today, ready to go, ready to exit this place and move on to the kingdom and reign in eternal righteousness. Okay. And just think how much more being in the presence of Yahweh Shai, seeing these miracles take place, being around that Allah, that power, that virtue, wouldn't it make you want to be like, I'm ready to get up out of here? Yahweh Shai, knowing that he's about to be persecuted and go off to the kingdom, and they was thinking, okay, well, soon after that, he'll return and come get us. And let's see what the scriptures say. Okay. And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. Okay, we got too many examples of that. First of all, starting at the house of Yasharallah, okay, those in the know, these wicked teachers that have come and attempted to transform the true Hebrew Israelites, what we are, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, and Hispanics, into Christianity, and into a platform Christianity. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is not going to let that happen because he has sent forth the true prophets. Okay, so let no man deceive you, telling you we can have a Yahweh Shai day on these pagan holidays and eat abominable foods and do it in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, this one, or we shall have Hebrew names, but we won't call on the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua because you're not supposed to know that right now. This all kind of mannerisms of folly going off. Okay, and we can go on and on with that list. And then you got your plantation preachers still out here. This got the masses of our people, of you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, still sleep, still under that delusional, TD snakes, you're getting put on blast right now, where they call them power bottom. That now you got all of these wicked teachers just basically saying, get along to get along. Okay, it's time for you people to accept the wickedness of this world, and the Lord will just do that. No, that's not how it's written. Okay, so don't be deceived. All right, This is 6. That's not good. What are you doing? Okay. This is Matthew 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So wars and rumors of wars. Are we living in that time right now? And in 2024? Or is this we've always been here? Well, let's take a quick look. Okay. This is which countries are currently at war? Russia, Ukraine are at war. Afghanistan, Ethiopia, Iraq, Yemen, Syria, Somalia, Libya, the Central African Republic, okay? Democratic Republic of Congo, okay? The list goes on, and you don't even see who we notice at war on this list. Israel, the Ish people, and Gaza. They didn't. And I went through a couple of lists, and it's funny that they wouldn't list that on here. They've even broke it down in different charts to show you the position of the country, who's at war against who, and some of these countries are at civil war. Okay, odds with themselves, and believe me, we're headed there. Okay, and behind the scenes, who's pulling the strings of these wars? The bankers, okay, the wicked. And who's a major player for these bankers? The whore, Babylon, aiding weapons here, weapons there, conflict here, conflict there. But we're gonna get into that, okay? So let me get that. Well, yeah, here's a good time right now. This is the fair use copyright. I'm not selling any product. This is strictly for educational purposes. And I pray that it's edifying to the body.
If you Google China today, 9 out of 10 headlines will talk about its economy. Growth below expectations, sinking property prices, and impending slowdown. That's all that the world is talking about. But none of this has stopped China from targeting Taiwan. The provocations continue. Last week, China sent fighter jets, bombers, and warships towards Taiwan. Over the course of 3 days, more than 70 Chinese planes crossed the median line. This is the de facto border between Taiwan and China, the median line. As the threat grows, the world is talking about possible scenarios, and all of these scenarios feature the US. What will America do to contain China? Will it go to war with China over Taiwan? What is America's military strategy vis-a-vis Taiwan? These questions are being asked. Tonight we have some answers. Tonight we want to tell you about what's being called America's wall of defense. This is in the waters around Taiwan.
Okay, before I let this go on, China is warning the United States to stay away from their conflict with Taiwan for their land grab, okay? Then we know that Russia's been telling the United States, you better not enter into this Ukraine conflict, which we know they have, okay? Then you also have now person-to-person United States conflict with Iran, okay? This is not going to all go over well, okay? Oh, not to mention North Korea just coming out on the so-called first of this year with the bold statement that you better mind your business in our conflict with South Korea. So you see, we're being stretched out. You know what happens to a rubber band if you keep pulling and pulling and pulling? It's going to break. It's going to snap. Okay.
The U.S. is arming allies and building military presence. To understand this wall of defense, let's first understand the lay of the land. This is the region we're talking about, East Asia, already heavily militarized with a sizable presence of U.S. forces. Starting with South Korea.
Okay, East Asia. Where are they conflicting right now? West Asia.
Korea has about 73 U.S. bases and more than 26,000 American soldiers. Then we have Japan, and double the numbers. Japan has 120 American bases with more than...
What does that equal? He can't keep it at home. Okay? He He's always out for a land grab, for a resource, to steal resources, okay?
50,000 US troops. And these are the larger deployments. But US military presence is not limited to these countries. There are bases in the Philippines, Cambodia, Singapore, Brunei, and Guam, which again is a large hub. Guam has about 8,000 US troops. If you connect these dots, you'll see that the Americans have more than a foothold in the region. But that may not be enough to contain China. At least that is Washington's assessment. It remains worried about China's moves. Look at what their latest defense strategy says. It calls China the quote-unquote most comprehensive and serious challenge to the US. I have a copy of that report. Let me quote from what it says. The PRC is the only competitor with both the intent to reshape the international order and increasingly the economic, diplomatic, military, and technological power to do it. This is the American assessment.
Okay, so basically you get the gist. The whore has enemies, many enemies, okay? And along with the whore, the whole world is at conflict. But I just want to pull up this image. This is a map right here, United States, okay? Enemy countries. Look at that, all of Asia, right back to it, okay? And then it even shows you former enemies, which, you know, they still holding a grudge. You got nations within Africa, okay? Then you even got over here in the Southern Americas, okay? And whatever that is on the tip of Alaska, there with this, the world is at conflict with the whore. All right, so you can miss me with that. My grandparents were saying this, but we're going to keep reading on. That was just the beginning of this, okay? Okay, so back to Matthew 24. And I'm going to read that 6 again. So ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Didn't we just go into that? Cover the whole world. The world is in conflict. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places, okay? Well, that's been happening. Well, let's take a peek at this little chart I pulled up. And it's been going up all day. I pulled this chart up around lunch. It was at 316. As you see now, it's sitting on currently 320 earthquakes in the past week. Starting from this 4-day, and all of this is going to tell you 2024. Look at that. Puerto Rico, Fiji, Hawaii, Japan, Kansas, Alaska, Texas, Russia. Come on. New Mexico, Japan. The list goes on and on. Idaho, Peru. Okay? So as we will agree these are various places across the world being affected within this 4-day span. Look at that, 2004, and the list goes on. Okay? And if you tune into the news, you see all the carnage and carcasses and death that comes along with this. You know, those earthquakes hit like bombs do, level everything, leave destruction. Okay, how about Shimei Shah is not playing with us, you know? So he's drawing your attention, whether you hear it or bear. Okay. All these things are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted. Who's going to get delivered up? The men that sigh and cry for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that go against all the wickedness of this earth, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Okay, this is about the 4th or 5th time you're going to hear me bring this out. If you paying attention to any of my content, that Ish woman got on stage at that conference while in the midst of war with Gaza and quoted the African American over in the United States, they're the black male in the United States are our number one threat. Now, is she talking about the Pookie and Ray Ray sagging their pants, toting guns to shoot each other? Okay, grabbing, smash and grabs. No, she's talking about those so-called African Americans who know who they are, the true children of Yasharallah, who boldly profess it like Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has commanded us to. Okay, those are the threat to the Ish people. Ish meaning sorta, kinda, wannabe. All right, yeah, we are the threat. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua made us the threat. Okay. And many shall, Salakia, and then shall many be offended, and they are, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. Okay, people shooting siblings over these wicked presents, over that pagan, over those idols. Okay, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And are they not doing it? Are they not doing it? You can do this, you could do that. You know, our people, they want them smooth words. So anything that sounds comfortable to them, they're gonna cling on and attach it. I like that. That sounds good. And by the way, I was listening to Elder Malcolm today right before lunch, so around 10, going in on who brought the slaves over, and he was doing an excellent job. And I worked with a man named Malcolm, and I said, "Hey, Malcolm, I'm listening to my elder Malcolm," and he said, "I know about him. I'm from Chicago." With this, I knew where this was going, and I said, "Oh, you do? Are you familiar with the Indianapolis branch?" No, I don't know nothing about that. Now I've been baptized. Now let me tell you, I've been baptized in what? Baptized, first of all, in what name? It wasn't in Yahweh Shai. Okay, are you in this ministry, or are you supporting? Are you supporting the ministry? Nah, he's saved. Okay, so I went furthermore to say, may I ask you a question? Not to be disrespectful. Do you eat pork? Yeah, I eat pork. I'm not offended by anybody. And I thought he said to eat it. I said, so do you eat it? He said, yeah, I eat it. I'm not offended about those who don't. And I said, oh, you got it backwards, man. So then I looked at another co-worker who we were speaking. I said, see, that's the example of what I said earlier. All these people that claim that they saved, they saved in their own comfortable mind. They're not saved by the standard of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We're not saved until we arrive up in those chariots and he crowns us. Okay? So, you know, just giving a little bit there, you know, these once again, TD snakes and like-minded men, okay? The 501c3s are just period bug outs, however you run, but especially starting with the 501c3s, you know what they're doing it for. It's a contract. Yeah, it's a contract, all right. Okay? And this is verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Are we not seeing that? Executions all over. I'm here in Indianapolis, and literally it popped off with homicides. You know, this I initially went off into that the homicides count, but it kept going back to like 2 days ago. I was trying to get up to date. You know, it's the Lord is deleting people every day, especially worldwide. You know, and it's coming out, man. People are going to these pagan parties, all doing the supposedly holidays and getting murdered. You know, on every single one. Christmas to this supposedly New Year's, 1 week apart. Just getting assassinated at these parties, man. So you know, delete it, Salakia, delete it. Okay. But he that shall endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. Okay? Once again, he that trusts in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. How are we doing that? I'm making this video off a cell phone. Then when I'm done with this video, I'm gonna upload it to YouTube, and it's gonna be available. Just like starting at the House of Great Millstone, our great apostles, the elders, and you Akim, you put the work in. They see y'all on the highway and byway. Then you turn around and you do these videos and they see them all over the world, even translated in different languages. No excuse. Okay. Then shall the end come. All right. And we're going to, it's steps to this. Okay. Going into the book of 2 Timothy 3, starting at verse 1. And please bear with me. I'm going to move this along as quick as possible, but I got some precepts for this one. Okay, difficult times will come, will come. Okay, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Let's get it. Perilous.
Strong's G 5467. Chalipas. Chalipas.
Kalipas. Okay. And that goes into hard to do, to take, to approach, hard to bear, troublesome, dangerous, harsh, fierce. And what's the last one? Savage. Savage times we're in right now. Okay. And it's just like the elder North Carolina in the news. Tomorrow's gonna be worse than today, and the next day is gonna be worse than that. Okay. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. How are they unholy? We gonna have this Yahweh day. I know the Pharisees gonna be jealous of that. You see that here? You see that here? Okay. That's unholy. All right. That's lovers of yourself. Oh, Salakia, KD, and the Yahweh Bashim Yahushai used all of these mighty apostles and Zaquans and Euakim to build y'all up just so he can get his little camp going, and now he's taking over the keys of the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So when you get these bug outs that start over with their own thing, how long do they think we're supposed to be here to sit around and wait for you to build up your congregation that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is already established? Foolish, man. Foolish. But he's a plant. I'm gonna say this, y'all. He's a plant. How you know? The man has less videos than me. He has less videos than me with thousands and thousands and thousands of followers. The government ain't that swift. We're not ignorant to Satan's devices, okay? Johnny come lately with the bullshit, all right? Without natural affections, okay, this is 2 Timothy 3:3. Without natural affections, trace breakers, false accusers. Let me get that. Salakia.
Strong's G 786. Aspandas.
Okay. Oh, okay. Treaty without a treaty or covenant. Okay, so they break, and that's exactly what got us in this trouble. Breaking the treaty. Breaking Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's treaty, which led to what? Deuteronomy 28 and many more. Okay, all the plagues is written. He put it on us, and that the condition we're in for being disobedient. That's right. Okay, without natural affections, trace breakers, false accusers. Okay, junk food kids out there preaching. What do you call them? Called us junk food babies or something to that degree. Potato chip kids or something. You know what I'm talking about. TD Snakes, okay? Power Battle Man. You need to understand. We need to be more acceptable of your folly, of your wickedness. Nah, man. Is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai gonna be more acceptable when he's punishing you? No. Without natural affections, trace breakers, false accusers, incontent, fears, despisers of those that are good. Okay? And although Yahweh Shem Yahushai said, you don't really count no man good. Good is doing the works of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? All right? And where do I want to take that to? Okay, I'm going down to 7. Okay, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. And we know if you've been deceived, that's the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. If you're not able to get this, okay, he has this. He has a selected election, preordained. Okay, and he has the 2/3. Okay, okay. Now as Janus and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth. Men of corrupt minds retrobate concerning the faith. Okay, lacking, once again, just strictly lacking understanding. But they shall proceed no farther, for their folly shall be manifested unto all men. Once again, who's on the hot seat this current moment? TD Snakes. And he's got put on blast. And that whole thing, hey, the walls are about to come tumbling down. Okay? As there also was. So let me read that again. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 9. But they shall proceed no farther, for their folly shall be manifested unto all men, as theirs also was. Okay? So, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is patiently doing this thing. It's his show, and it's we in the climax. All right, we nearing the end of this. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 6. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loin, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Now that means all that pride that you see these starting with our people walking around with, because this is who this is, more mainly geared to. It's gonna be wiped off, especially and you letter jacket peoples, you letter jacket wannabe men, women. Hey, all of that, that's gonna be gone. That you think you tough, you think you tough. Okay, Elias, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. The Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushai putting it on the heart of Zaquan, Apostle Tahar. This is deemed the year of hopeful Jacob's trouble, and if you see it coming in the way it came in, then you should know we definitely headed that way. Once again, the elder from North Carolina, tomorrow's gonna be worse than today, okay? And the next day is gonna be worse than that, okay? All right, yes, it's so I'm gonna read that 7 again. Elias, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but ye shall be saved out of it. But who is ye? The election, okay? The hopeful 144 and the 1/3, okay, of Yasharallah only, not other. Be careful that nobody deceive you. Oh yeah, this is for the Gentiles. And you came from a great millstone camp speaking that madness. The Lord is turned up on this word bug out. He's going all the way. He's showing you his power. We be mindful, man. Stay prayed up and be mindful what you say, how you think. Don't let the Satan stay in your mind when he's in your mind. Don't let him fester on your mind, because Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is not playing. It looks like he's disregarding men from everywhere. Got these dudes done bugged out. And once again, they took a bag. The elder, the Zaquan, Manatazakba, South Carolina, broke it down how 4 people was gonna bug out. They took the bag, man. And if I'm wrong, they still wicked. So but I don't want to falsely accuse, but that's exactly what it looks like. This is the book of Zechariah 13 and 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushua will have Kasad on the election, okay? And yes, some of us will have to give our life. It says, be faithful to death and you will receive a crown, all right? And when I say I mean hopefully I am part of that body. And I will bring the third part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua is my Allah, my power. Believe me, okay? So, but yes, this is the times we're in right now, though. And behold, this is 2nd Esdras 15. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in the mouth, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay? And Google prophecy and see what comes up. The Bible. All right? And cause them to be written on paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, because they all do imagine wicked things against us. Starting once again, even our own, the 2/3, they're enemies of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, Psalms 139, verse 10. I hate them that hate you, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Coming from King David. Okay, we got enemies. All right, but these 17 nations, Psalms 83, start at the beginning. They're in league against you, man. They come together, the World Economic Forum. They come together to plot our downfall. All right, but don't worry about that. He just told us right here in 2nd Esdras 15 and 3. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithful. Who's the unfaithful? Once again, our people. Okay. Behold, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Now, let's talk about that famine. Take your time and look up the Red Sea conflict and how these cargo companies are shutting down cargo because they can't go through there and risk getting blown up. Nobody's going to pay for the insurance, and nobody's going to want to risk their life to do that. So what does that lead to? Supplies. Also, the big thing that keeps coming up is medication. You know who is the #1 distributor of our medication? Even over here in spiritual Babylon? China. Who are we at conflict with? China. Okay, that's means of famine, death, and destruction. Okay, for the wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hateful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in these things, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, and exercise is to work. That's what they do, okay? Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continuously. Right around that throne, right around that altar in the kingdom. How long, Lord? How long will we endure this? When will you put an end to this, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua? That's right, okay? This is 2nd Esdras 16, starting at 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon, okay, spiritual Babylon, and Asia. Woe be unto ye Egypt, okay, and Syria. Gird up thyself with cloth and sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. That's right. The Wadi Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Now I'm skipping down to 17. Woe is me. Woe is me. Second Esdras 16, chapter 16, verse 17. Woe is me. Woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, and beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Okay? And here we go again. This is the book of Sirach, and this is gonna back up what we just read earlier in Zechariah. Okay? Ecclesiastes 2, starting at 1. My son, if thou come to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, prepare thyself for temptations. Okay? Set thy heart upright and continuously endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end. What's increased? Increased in faith. Okay? That faith increased in fear of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and increased in faith. All right? Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient. Be willing to suffer. Okay? When thou art changed to a low estate. Okay? Don't take it as, oh, Lord, wow, I'm being bashed down. No, take it as, I've been reading, I've been prepared for this. That's why it says, he who studies, okay? Salakia, study to find thyself approved. Because the more you read this, it builds you up. It just builds you up, I just got to say, man, I've been, I'm no longer going through the little feeling this and that about the loss of the relationship that I departed from last year. And the reason why is because I keep watching the apostles, you elders, and you Akim, and y'all keep going into these lessons about us just being able to accept conditions. And what does it do? It builds me up. It makes me feel more comfortable and more comfortable. Okay, I know what I want a crown, so I got to go through the conditions, and we read them. Okay. For gold is tried in the fire, an acceptable man in the furnace. Didn't he say that in Zechariah? I will try you through the furnace, okay, of adversity. What is adversity? Fun? Pleasure? No. What is? It is better to go to the house of mourning, okay, than to go out there and do what these people are doing on these holidays, on these pagan days. And then they got to pay the price, okay? Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way upright, and trust in him. Ye that fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, wait for his kasad, mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Okay, don't turn away. Don't be those 4 brothers who was in the great millstone camp and decided to change up the doctrine. You crazy. Okay, don't do that. All right, or lest ye fall. Okay, I want to make sure I finished up my point on that second Esdras 16. Did I get all the way down there? Okay, this is second Esdras 16 and 19. Behold, famine and plagues and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for the amendment. Okay, Hey, he sent them. But for all these things, thou shalt not turn away from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges, because they're gonna just get, hey, you know that mentality. It didn't happen to me. It ain't my family member, and half of y'all, even if it happened to a relative in your house, you still gonna go out and do the jack off move the next thing. We're just not taking heed, man. We are literally Isaiah 1 and 3 type people. Just for real, for real. He look, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is not a man that he can lie. So when he said he designed the wicked to be wicked, when he said that he made a vessel for good, a vessel for bad, but then 2/3 of the good vessel are bad on this side. And he planned that out as well. Okay? Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusions. Okay? For many of them that dwelleth upon earth shall perish of famine. And I, once again, if the cargoes ain't coming through and we don't have the supplies, where you gonna get them from? Okay? And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Okay? And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be casted down. Okay? And look, if you thinking that's bad, that's why he said we gotta endure. You know, that's why he said he will try his through the fire, and to be acceptable men. Now, we see all this coming, but what's the major prophecy that has to come? The MOTB. Okay? So once again, what he say, you will be tempted, right? Isn't that the major temptation? My belly's hurting. You see these people out here eating. You feeling like Yahweh Bashim Yahushua hasn't came through maybe on his end, because you losing patience, right? You losing that patience. Then what's going to happen? Then you're going to get caught up like this. Those same men that was out doing the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you know, what he say? Many shall come in my name. All right? This is Revelation 13 and 16. And he calleth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the name or the number of his name. Okay? So once again, he said he's going to try his man through adversity. Now, how much more of these pathetic 2/3 that are already scheduled? Okay? So once again, 2024 mirroring Matthew 24, because this time is upon us. You feel me? And if you think that MOTB ain't right around the corner, you a fool. Listen, cart scanning the product now. Okay, I'm at the I'm every morning before I go to the plantation, I go to the same gas station right around the corner, and you got these two women that work there, and they will not go behind the counter. Okay, it's strictly just them in there, and you walking up and scanning stuff. And sometimes I think they both be in the back. But regardless of that, I'm like, man, they are really setting up this place for that moment, man. It's here. It's here. Okay? And we can get that, Mark. It said you can never over teach that, because these people are this. It ain't no chip. Okay. Psalms G 5480, Kuragma.
Strong's G 5480, Charagma. Charagma.
A stamp, an implanted mark. Implanted, okay? I just that part right there. But you know, I've heard a lot of people say they don't like to research. They just want to read the Bible as is. That's where you lost. Okay? Here's the etymology.
Strong's G 5482, Charax. Charax.
A pail or a stake. A stake. What do you do with a stake? You stab. Okay. Hey, a pill, you stab. It's an implant. It's a syringe, man. And we know what it looks like. It's out here. We know that people have received it already. They're using it. It just hasn't been forced on you. The event hasn't came to make those people run to it, okay? And then be forced with military alone, okay? With that. It just had that moment, but hey, it's coming quicker than you think. And once again, Apostle Zaquan, Apostle Tahar has deemed this the year of hopeful Jacob's trouble. So everything that comes along with it. Okay. This is the book of 2 Peter. 3, verse 10. But the day of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai shall come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. That's that ICBMs, okay? For real, starting with, okay? And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Now, with that bang, you remember, you got those chariots being led by Yahweh Shai and the archangel Michael. Okay, so they going to be, I'm pretty sure, noisy too. Well, we don't know, but, you know, I'm pretty sure they're going to be providing to that noise. I'm pretty sure. All right, but the ICBMs definitely, okay, with a great noise. All right. And this is the book of Revelations. I pray that this has been edifying to the body. This is Revelations 18, starting at 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power. And the earth was lit with his glory, Yahweh Shai. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the inhabitations of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean, hateful bird. Okay, is this not the melting pot? Everything goes here. Once again, now you got to be acceptable of the things that are not acceptable of Yahweh Bashim Shah, because you got to what can two walk hand in hand unless they be agreed? Can two be together unless they be agreed? I ain't want to hack that. Let me get that as simple as that is. Amos 3:7. Okay, no, Salakia 3:3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? All right, that's right. So that's everything goes gumbo. Basically, they become a big pot of gumbo, unacceptable pot of gumbo. Okay. This is Revelations 18:3. For all the nations have drunk of the wine of her wrath, of her fornication. The kings of the earth have committed fornications with her. Yep. Through the merchants, through the accepting of her wickedness, Christianity. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come up out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. And that is Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai telling the election to come up. He's bringing them up through them tractor beams, pulling them up. And that's when the wicked have to behold you and say, damn, that was really a special one. That was the man of the Lord right there, as you going up to salvation. Okay, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Adawan, Lord willing, Adawan Ratazah, Lord willing, I'll be of that number. Okay, for her sins have reached into the heavens, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled to her double. And I can't wait. I say it all the time. Double the cup you got to pay. You going to take that sip and I'm going to push it in your face. Okay? How much she has glorified herself and lived deliciously, had our women out here whores, not wanting to submit to the rightful will to their men. Okay, while they don't live like that, but they got our women living like that. You know what I'm saying? just to throw that out there. How much she has glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit as a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Oh, and see, this land hasn't seen it yet, but it's coming. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. Okay, them ICBMs. For strong is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Abba, Father, who judges her. All right, judges who? The whore. All right, and along with all the nations, and along with 2/3 of our nation. Okay, so once again, this has been 2024, mirroring Matthew 24. And with that, I pray that this was edifying. Shalom.